Welcome to this new series through the lenses of geography. Today we will be talking about the continents. The first thing I wanted to get out of the way is that the continents have been and still are viewed in different ways. Most countries see them as the seven, such as this map in Chinese, and this one in Arabic. Well, this is a French map that shows North and South America as one continent. Though it appears that this is also a topic of debate between other French communities because I've seen maps that show all seven of the continents in French as well. And it doesn't seem like the French are the only ones that think this way. This map is in Armenian. There are also certain maps that think that Europe and Asia should be one continent called Eurasia. And of course, maps have changed throughout history as well. However, we will be discussing the seven continents, such as are displayed in this German map here. Okay, so we're going to play a game. It's called Guess the Dominant Language of the Continent game. We're going to be starting from the largest continent to the smallest continent, and we're going to be guessing what language dominates the region. So we're going to be starting in Asia, as Asia is the largest continent. So, what is spoken most in Asia? Is it English, Chinese, Arabic, or Hindi? English is spoken by 301 million speakers, mostly in India. And then we have Mandarin Chinese, which is spoken by 1,200,000,000 speakers. And then Arabic, which is spoken by 230 million speakers. And then Hindi, which is spoken by 341 million, therefore making Mandarin Chinese our winner. And the way to say Asia in Chinese is Yazhou. Alright, so land-wise, the next largest continent is Africa. So, what is most spoken in Africa? Is it Zulu? Is it Yoruba? Is it Swahili? Or is it Hausa? So, Zulu is spoken by 10 million speakers. Yoruba is spoken by 30 million speakers. Swahili is spoken by 100 million speakers. And Hausa is spoken by 40 million speakers, which makes Swahili our dominant language of Africa. And the way to say Africa in Swahili is Africa, but spelled with a K, because the C in Swahili is not used at all for the K sound. That's only used in the Ch sound when you have CH. Alright, next up on our list is North America. So, do they speak mostly English here? They speak mostly Spanish here, French, or Vietnamese? So there are about 317 million English speakers in North America. This is followed by Spanish, which has 121 million. And then French, which only has 16 million, and Vietnamese only has 1.5 million, making English our winner. And obviously the way to say North American in English is just North America. Alright, next on our list is South America. So, is Spanish mostly spoken here, Portuguese, Dutch, or English? Spanish is spoken by 200 million speakers here. Portuguese just barely surpasses it with 210 million. Then we have Dutch, which is spoken by 558,000, and then English, which is spoken by 783,000, which makes Portuguese our winner. And the way to say South America in Portuguese is América do Sul. The fifth biggest continent on our planet is Antarctica. Now, it shouldn't surprise you that there are no permanent human residents on Antarctica, because the conditions are only a little inhospitable. There are, however, many territorial claims and scientists who visit every year, so in this way we can figure out what language is spoken here the most. What do you think it is? Is it English, Spanish, Norwegian, or Japanese? With a combination of scientists from Australia, the US, UK, and other English-speaking countries, Antarctica gets visited by around 2,000 English speakers a year. Most Spanish-speaking scientists come from Argentina, Chile, and other places, and they number around 730. Norway claims a lot of land, but only sends 30 scientists a year here, while Japan has no claims at all, but sends an average of 140 scientists a year. So, as you can tell, English is spoken the most here. And of course, the word for Antarctica in English is Antarctica. So next up is Europe. the second smallest continent or largest peninsula in the world, depending on how you look at it, what do you think is most spoken here? Is it German, French, Russian, or English? So German is spoken by 97 million people, a staggering number, while French is spoken by 66 million, Russian is spoken by 106 million, and English is spoken by 60 million. So our winner here would be Russian. And the Russian word for Europe is Europa. And last of all, we have Australia. Australia is a continent and a country. And although there is no official language here, everybody speaks English, unless we're talking about the 300 plus Aboriginal languages that exist here, which sadly are going endangered. All right, now for the moment we've all been waiting for. These are the 4 most common languages spoken in planet Earth. Let's see if you can put them in order. In 4th place, we have Hindi, spoken by 341 million speakers. Next up is English, spoken by 370 million speakers. Then we have Spanish, which is spoken by 460 million speakers. And then 1st place, which is Mandarin Chinese, spoken by 1,200,000,000 people. And the word for world in Chinese is 世界. Well, thanks for playing. 结束. That's the end.